Hi everyone, this is Gyps, and I'm going to try and create a little bit of grunge, a little bit of just kind of do some blending with inks. I just want to do some alcohol to kind of show you what I do, or some of the things I do. There's a lot of things I do, but I'm going to try and see if I can upload this. I want to do a live, but right now I wanted to test. I wanted to test my my area and kind of get things kind of adjusted and kind of use this as kind of a test thing. So I will definitely do a live, but I just really wanted to kind of work out the kinks doing a recorded video. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or just whatever, just give me a holler. You can catch me on Facebook, so just give me a holler on Facebook, and I will let you. I'll answer it, or you can get me on, wherever you guys will get me. Usually, I'm around. Anyways, I'm trying to pick some alcohol inks right now. I'm just kind of playing. I'm just trying to see what I want to do. I don't know if this is light enough or not. Let me see if that's better. So hopefully maybe that'll be better for you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find some color combinations. I'm going to be using actually the ink blender with the felt tip. These aren't the sponge ones, and these are for, okay, so the difference is, and I don't know if you realize that there are two types of attachments for these little blending tools. There's the felt tip, which is for alcohol, which are these, okay, because these are the ones you want to use with alcohol. These are for like your ink blending with your oxides and your distress inks and things like that. You would use these, or the surface inks for Brutus and Monroe. But these little things here are actually for alcohol inks. So if you want to blend them instead of just squirting them around, these are really nice. I started using this when I first started using inks. I haven't done it in a while, and I'm like, oh, I found them. I have a bunch of stash, and I didn't realize I actually had them. So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm picking out some colors here, trying to figure out. This is a mixative. This is one thing I'm probably going to use. And I might use some tarnished brass. It's a distressed paint, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. I have a couple of them. So anyways, let's get started. I'm going to try doing a couple things. I'm actually going to I don't have a gel press, so I'm not going to do an ink gel press right now. I'm really interested in trying it, but I actually know how to use it. I just don't have it. I'm actually going to go to Michael's probably today and get something, and I may do that on the live. So if you have any questions, like I said, just ask me, catch me on Facebook. This is actually going to be on my Pandamonium channel. Hopefully you guys will get, when I get uploaded, I will send a notification and y'all can watch it then. All right, so let's get started. There's a couple things you can do. A couple things you can do when it comes to blending. I'm actually using the gloss paper. I'm not using the Yupo just because just what I picked, but you can use the Yupo. I have Yupo. I actually have some different ones that I've done, and if I can find them in my pile here, because I've been working on some projects. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do, all you do when you use the felt pads and the blending tools is there's a couple ways you can do it. How I was taught, and I actually learned a lot of things from Tim Holtz when I started ink blending. You put it on the felt pad. You can actually do it single. I'm OCD, so I always close everything up. So if it drives you crazy, sorry. I just yeah, I'm kind of that way. Just apply a little bit here. You don't have to use a lot, but you can use it. And like I said, I'm kind of doing a grungy look, so that's what I'm doing. And the felt, these are nice because they come in a really big pack. They come in, I don't know what the pack is, but you just kind of put it in there anyway. And I don't know if you guys can see me doing this or not. Kind of pounce. You can, kind of twirl it around. This is actually how I learned how to make backgrounds. And then I started doing the pour method, but I actually like this because you can get a different kind of look, and you can see how the ink really, really gets all over the page. Instead of, you know, like you have the pools, but you already have that natural organic look. And you can, you know, if you turn your blending tool around, you can kind of get it in different directions. You can also use like the mixative like I'm going to use. You can pounce it or you can pour it. I'm actually going to pounce it. I just like the way this looks. I guess it's a more controlled way of doing it. But you know, you can you know, kind of get where you want to get, and you don't have to worry about it, like doing this thing. You know, you go and you do this, and it has rivers in there, and I just don't like it. I think this is a more organic look because it's more random. And I really, really like the way this works because you can, you know, you can leave white. You don't have to leave white, but you can still get that like really, really organic background. You have more control with it, you know, and it still looks organic, you know, and I really, really like this method. So if you guys like it, I didn't get another piece of paper, so I'm going to get some from my stash. I forgot. Anyways, but I'm going to get another one and show you guys, another way to do this, or actually other colors, and show you a different way. Give me just a second. I was just going to do one card, and I was like, well, now that I'm playing and I'm taping, I'm going to get it. So give me just a second to get in my stash over here. I'm actually going to show you guys what paper I am using, so you know. This is the Yupo, which I'm not using. I may use it during this time, but this is not the paper I'm using. This is actually the Alcohol Ink cardstock. And the difference between the two of them, this one actually has a matte side, and it's like more of a paper feel, where this is just a one-sided thing. The Yupo, let me just set this out of the way. The Yupo comes in different sizes. I just happen to have a 5x7. Let me see if I have one open. I think I do. I have different things here. There's also these that you can use in the 3-pack. Right here. These are, you know, the 3-pack. This one's a shiny one, so if you didn't have like the mixative, you'd already have a natural shine. These come with, I don't know what they are. They're 5 sheets, 5 foil, 10 sheets of matte and gloss finishes. So this is, you know, this is all the gloss, you know, this is the plastic, the Yupo paper, and then the one that I was using is the cardstock. I'm going to make another cardstock to show you guys how easy it is, and it's really easy to make backgrounds. It's really fun. For me, it's therapeutic. Like I said, I was going to make a card. I was actually going to make a card for Heather, and I just haven't. I was like, okay, I'm going to videotape, so I'm doing it now. And also I'm going to show you something else with a stencil with this, what you can do. I'm kind of putting these aside, so I'm going to leave this here. I don't know if you guys can see right here. I don't know if you can still see it or not. Okay, I'll leave it here so you guys can kind of see it. So these are just really easy. If I wanted to use this again with the same color combination, I could actually just use this again because there's really nothing on it, but I don't want to mix my colors, so I'm going to take it off and put another one on. Let me see what other colors. I'm going to use purple. Let's do a green. This really, somehow it got messed up when I got it. And let's do a dandelion. So I'm going to put these back. I don't think I'm going to use this one so I can give you guys another look. I'm going to use see, there is a pearl and a mixative, and it'll be a white. I don't use this too often because I like the darker. Let me see if I can find my other metallic. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I have extra alcohol ink, so I never know what I have. Here's my silver. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let me put these back. I have like 2 containers of these tins. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't because they're off screen. But I actually have 2 containers. Mine's kind of dirty and dusty, but this is what I keep them in, the Tim Holtz So I have it, and I have 2 of them sitting off to the side. I also, funny enough, I have the Brutus Monroe powder elements that I was playing with. So let's get started with this one. Like I said, it's really easy. You get different looks with this. So I'm going to start out with my favorite color, purple. And then I'm going to actually play with this one when I'm done doing something a little bit differently, just not making the background. See, you just put it on there. I just like it because there's more control with it. I actually learned this from, like I said, Tim. I actually, like 10 years ago, had taken a class with Tim in this local craft store that I used to go to, which was one of my absolute favorites. This is where I really got my start. I got my start. I went in there because I couldn't find a craft store. Like, I looked and looked and looked, and I did a bunch of stuff on the internet trying to find what was embossing. How do you emboss? And I was fascinated with this. And so that's how I actually got started in this. And then once I started it, I couldn't stop. I just couldn't, you know. So like I said, let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, you guys can see. And see, this is just, it's a brighter. You can turn it. You can, you can smear it if you want. If you want red, like streakies in it, if you want to do that, you can. I particularly don't like to do that. I like the more natural, organic. And I am turning, this to kind of get it different, like, so it's not all the same. And it's really, really, really easy. And it smells good too. I think I like the live better, but I would have to get my iPad or my Mac to get interaction with you guys, because I hate talking to myself. It always sounds so silly, like, oh yeah, my dogs are in here and they're like, Mom, who are you talking to? Yeah, Mom's gone crazy. But I guess it would sound that way anyways, because there's really nobody in here when you record, because you're like talking to the camera anyways, and you're kind of responding like a weirdo. This I like, kind of like making kind of, you can use shapes with this and kind of use that and kind of really, really put some texture in there. And then if I wanted to, like this, I can take, if I want to put more purple in here, again, just adding more color, until I like it, put some more on top of it. You don't have to stop. Like the other one I stopped, and I like the way it looked, so I stopped on it. But, if I wanted to do, there's some more purple in there. And then maybe a little bit more green. And you can keep going or you can stop or whatever. And just kind of add some more interest to it. But that's really, it's really simple. It's very, it can be very elegant. I have a glare from where my camera is, and so I don't want to put my head in the camera. But it's really just that easy, there's no right or wrong at all. And it's pretty, you can start out with this and you can make different things. I can actually take this now, if I've had a gel press, which like I said I'm going to get, I could actually do a gel press, and you would actually see in the background, bring the background, up from the front and do it that way. You can put gel in there. I actually have something sitting here I'd like to show you guys. It's nothing to do with what we're talking about. This is actually a Jacob's coat that I did, kind of I did this with the Brutus Monroe Surface Inks. This was the background, his Christopher's background, and then I used the clear embossing, whatever, I forgot the name of it. And then I just surface inked it and put a dark color over it, and I did a dark purple. So that was something that I had done. If you guys can see that, I was actually going to send this to my son. I colored that, but I hadn't done that yet. I haven't finished. But here's this one that we just did, and I'm actually going to take it a step further. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I'm not sure if I'm showing it right. I'm actually going to set this aside. Let me clean something up here real, because I want to clean this up real quick. So give me just a second. just to make sure that there's nothing stained on here. This is just water. I'm just using water and a Swiffer duster just to clean it, just so I don't want to get any inks or anything mixed in here. Okay. Really, seriously, that was just water. That's all it was. Okay, so now what I want to do, I actually have a stencil. It's just it's not a stencil from like, it's actually this stencil right here. And I'm going to show you here real quick. Just give me a second. Let me open it. I don't know. Yeah. It's not opening. Okay, here we go. Yes, I am silly. Sorry. Okay, so what I want to do here is, this is really cool. It can add some really nice interest to this. And it's just a matter of just exploring. So what I'm going to do, and I can take my, just going to take my, take this and just kind of stick it down just so it doesn't go anywhere. Not really, you know, like that's temporary. And I can take this, and I really like these numbers, so I know that I want to put this in there. I think that'd be a good element. Take it like this. I'm going to take some, I like purple tape, but I want it to be a little bit stronger. I don't want it to move. So I'm just going to take a piece just to make a hinge. This is a technique that I learned from Tim also. He was doing something, and he would do this, and he wanted to, he said to put a hinge here. So just put one piece down. That's why I make using the blue tape and not the purple. Not that it wouldn't do differently, but then this way, if I wanted to, I can use it as a hinge to kind of like, if I wanted to move, you know, like lift it up and see what's going on, if I want to add more to it, because you can't really tell until you lift it. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get rid of this one, and what do I want to blend with? Let me figure out some colors here. I didn't really plan this. Or you can use like the chroma glazes. You can use a chroma glaze or something like that and put some like texture on there. So let's do that. Since I haven't really played with the chroma glaze, I've got a white one. I've got the white one here, and that would kind of look good. That would be a good texture. And oh, the icicle is what I used for that's what it was. I couldn't remember. My brain went crazy. Oh, let's see here. The white would be good, and then we could color it, but I wanted something more. I don't want to use the whatchamacallits, I can't, whatever, my brain is gone now. But see, this is going to take a long time to dry, though, the chroma glaze. Let's just do ink. Hold on, let me get some inks. Because I want to create a project and I want to do it today. So let me just get some of the dioxides. Or actually, let me use my surface inks. Let's do this. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, that's how I keep my surface inks. Everything's dusty because my husband was doing construction in the house. So everything is, even in my drawers and stuff, everything is so dusty. All right, let's see here. Since we have some purples, we kind of want to keep it. Let's see. Let's do a dark plum. Yeah, oh, goody. I have one of those. And let's do, well, I don't think red wagon. Oh, let's do purple, and let's do envy. Let's do envy. So let's do those two. Okay. So I'm going to start out. I know that plum is like so red, but that'll look really, really good. And just take this, obviously pounce, get the ink on there. And, you know, I'm just going to do like, kind of get some texture in here and kind of just blend. You can pounce or blend. I like, you know, either way, different areas. You don't have to do the same thing because you don't want to, I want to kind of mix the colors up. But see, if I do this, you can't see it. It's not showing up. I got to use a darker color. We might have to use the chroma glaze. That's why this hinge is really good. See, I have to really do it really hard. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like I have to really, really. And I'm sorry if the camera's bouncing. I apologize. I'm gonna have to figure out another way. But there, see, it's just got to. You just got to do it a little bit stronger. You can kind of see the areas. I just got to really, really get it in there, and just kind of work it in there so you can see it. And just do random areas. This is a really, really, like the stencils got really fine lines, so it's you have to really, really put some muscle into it. And I really like to see kind of like what I'm doing and what kind of characteristics are coming through when you see the see that coming through. Let's try it with some envy really quick. Let me get a sponge. So I've not used the envy. Oh, stuff is falling out. I have another one in case I want to use this back and forth. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to set my I'm gonna have to figure out another way for my camera, but for right now, I'm using the Archon, and it sits on my desk and it kind of pounds, and I'm sorry. But see here, it's still coming up. It's still just kind of bringing up like an image. I don't know if you guys can see that, but when I'm done, I'll show you. Which is getting some nice texture in there. I really like this green with this. Okay, so you can kind of see the elements there. It's